Wando back with another video. Hey man, today we got Larry the Lobster. You know what I'm saying? We got his savage moment. You feel me? I heard Larry Bird was a trash talker. He was this and that. You know, overall Larry Bird is one of the greats. We can all say that. It's set in stone now. But I want to see how really like savage he was on this video. But before I get into the video, make sure I subscribe if you're new. Comment what y'all want to see next. Like the video for me. And let's get straight into it.
Part of the reason why Larry Bird was called Legend was his brilliance as a basketball player. And the other part were his legendary and vicious trash talk.
Whoa, we starting the video off like that, bro? Larry Bird? Hey, don't play with bro.
Skills. Bird was a killer on the court. He had a foul mouth, and he wasn't afraid of anybody. This explosive combination gave birth to some of the most ruthless trash-talking stories in NBA history. So here are the 10 best Larry Bird savage moments. 1988 three-point shooting contest. The three-point shot in the NBA was first introduced in the 1979 NBA season, Larry's rookie year. 7 years later, at the 1986 All-Star Weekend in Dallas, the NBA brought the first official three-point shooting contest to the scene. Larry won it, and repeated next year at the All-Star Game in Seattle. In 1988, he was going for a three-peat in Chicago. Before the start of the contest, Bird entered the locker room, did not speak a word to the other competitors, and just took a good look at him.
First of all, who was the other competitors, bro? Nobody talks about who was going against Larry Bird in the three-point contest. Like, did it even matter? Wasn't any competition, bro?
Finally said, "I'm just looking which one of you is going to come in second." The room was filled with silence, because they all knew what kind of a shooter Bird was. Of course, Larry would go on to win again, proving that he's the best shooter in the world. He won without taking off his tracksuit, famously raising his hand while the contest-clinching three was still in the air.
That's still one of the craziest things ever, bro. He said this and the ball was still in the air. Like, he already knew it was going in.
To Craig Hodges. Craig Hodges was one of the best shooters in the 80s, and he competed in the three-point shooting contest with Larry each time Bird was participating. Larry won 3 times, and Craig finished second twice.
Okay, so Craig Hodges is his opponent that he was going against. I heard he was a good shooter, but you know, nobody really talks about him as much as, you know, any other three-point shooter in the game. But I've definitely heard of his name before, and the first thing they said was he was a good shooter, so okay.
When Hodges finally took home the title of the best three-point shooter at the All-Star Weekend in 1989, reporters asked him if the main reason for his victory was Bird's injury and non-participation. Craig said, "Larry knows where he can find me," and Bird replied, "I know where, at the end of the Chicago Bulls bench." The left-handed...
Oh, that hurt the soul. Dude, golly. Oh yeah, that was a savage moment for real. At the end of the bench, Craig Hodges ain't getting no PT. No, Larry, you gotta relax. You have to relax.
Good game. Larry Bird was in the prime of his basketball brilliance in the 85-86 season when he led the Celtics to the title. They lost only 1 game at home throughout the season and the playoffs, setting an NBA record with 50-1. The Portland Trail Blazers were the only team to defeat the Celtics at home in December, so they were a good bet to win in front of their crowd in February. Before the game, Bird surprised his teammates and journalists by saying that he would shoot all his shots with his left hand, except long jumpers. This was the last game of a long road trip. Larry would always find new motivations and challenges to get through the monotonous grind of the regular season. In the game against Portland, he'd go on to have one of the most memorable games of his career. He hit a shot to send the game to overtime, and then hit a game winner in the OT. Bird finished the game with 47 points, with 14 rebounds and 11 assists.
Bro, using his left hand. Oh, bro. Name somebody else that has done that. Full game. I'm gonna use my left hand, and he showed y'all, as y'all can see in the clips, bro. That is ridiculous, bro. That is by far one of the craziest things I've heard. Somebody doing an NBA game, using a non-dominant hand. Come on now.
He scored 22 points with his left hand out of sheer boredom and fun, which tells you how insanely good and confident this guy was.
22 points with your left hand? So, okay, he didn't use it all game, but 22 points though? Bro, people don't even average 22 points, bro. Come on, nah.
White guys guarding him. Larry is not white. Larry is clear, said Bill Murray in Space Jam, while explaining Bird's ethnicity to Michael Jordan. Larry Bird had skills for days. He was thinking the game 3 moves in advance, and his jump shot was money. He was nimble at 6'9", but he wasn't by any means an athletic player. Bird suffered from WMCJ syndrome, which stands for White Men Can't Jump, and he was aware of it. On one occasion, he called basketball a black man's game due to the natural ability and athleticism of African-American players. Because of that, he hated when the opposing teams would defend him with another white guy. Bird said that it was
Hold on. Let him talk real quick. Hold on.
Respectful to his greatness because he was dropping 30 and 40 on the most athletic players in the league. So if you put an unathletic white guy on him, that's barbecue chicken right there.
Barbecue chicken? That's a barbecue chicken? Dog. Hey, Larry Bird is one funny individual, bro. Like, he is hilarious, dog.
Trainer's lap. The highest scoring game in Larry Bird's career came in the 1986 season, in a game against Dominique Wilkins in the Atlanta Hawks. At the beginning of the first quarter, it was obvious that Larry is in the zone. He'd hit everything he threw to the basket, with the announcers repeatedly saying they were watching the greatest shooting exhibition in basketball history. Bird scored 60 on 61%.
They go that same side, bro. That same post on the same side. Bro, I see this every time I watch Larry Bird. I see this same post scoring move. Bro, this man. And didn't nobody catch on. Couldn't nobody stop him at all.
Shooting and 15 of 16 on free throws, hitting ridiculous shots over several players. During the game, he suddenly said, "in the trainer's lap," to Hawks players, which meant he would try to make a 3 from the corner near the opposing bench. He got the ball.
Hey, the Hawks bench, hey, y'all gotta stop trolling, bro. Y'all gotta stop trolling. Every time he hit a shot, they was just going crazy.
Made the shot, and one Hawks player who tried to guard him tripped over and fell exactly into the trainer's lap, just like Bird predicted. The Hawks bench was so amazed that they were laughing and high-fiving each other, totally perplexed by Bird's brilliance. After that, they were fined by their coach Mike Fratello for cheering on the opposing player, tormenting.
Wait, fined? Wait, what? Hey, Larry Bird was great. You know, you can't hate, bro. I mean, it's not much you can do when somebody like Larry Bird is on the court going crazy. Like, come on now.
Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was one of the best defenders in NBA history, with quick feet, long arms, and a motor that never shut down. He was a pest, an annoying pest who never stopped guarding, provoking, and getting into everybody's face. And he used to be a nightmare for scorers around the NBA. However, when he was just starting out, he needed to get some schooling from Bird. After Larry scored 4 consecutive shots over Rodman, he opened his mean mouth and started destroying Rodman. Bird started yelling at Rodman's coach, Chuck Daly. "Who's guarding me, Chuck? Is anyone guarding me? You better get someone on me or I'm gonna go for 60. Even though Rodman was almost superglued to him in an effort to deny him the ball, Bird was at his sarcastic best. "I'm open. Hurry up before they notice nobody is guarding me. Merry effing Christmas."
Hey. You can't blame him. You can't blame. That's the young Dennis Rodman, man. Rookie Dennis Rodman, bro. You gotta learn some way somehow. You got to.
1990. Larry Bird loved to play against the Indiana Pacers, where he was always greeted as a king. It was where the hick from French Lick grew up, made his first basketball steps, and took Indiana State University to the 1979 NCAA Finals.
Oh yeah, they had mad love for Larry Bird. Mad love. I can just imagine how it was. They probably sold out every game.
And the game Boston played against the Pacers played on December 26, 1990, will forever be etched in memory of the Pacers shooting guard, Chuck Rifleman Person. Before the game, Person said to the reporters, "Rifleman is in the building. I'm going bird hunting today." At the tip-off, Bird replied to Person that he has a Christmas present waiting for him. While Chuck sat on a bench during the game, Bird received the ball in the corner and shot a three-pointer. As the ball was flying towards the basket, Bird turned to Person and said, "Merry effing Christmas." The ball...
He got his Christmas gift early. Yikes. Yikes.
Of course, came in without touching the rim, torching the Suns bench. The best teams in the NBA often coast through the regular season and can lose their edge and focus when playing against mediocre opponents. In one game against the Phoenix Suns, the Celtics lost a double-digit lead and were trailing by 2 in the final seconds. The Celtics had the possession, and they could tie the game and go to overtime, or win it with a 3. Larry knew his Celtics shouldn't be losing a game to the Suns, and he wanted to play no overtime. So he went to the Suns bench and told all the players and coaches what was about to happen. "Yeah, I'm going to bust a 3 on you guys and just go home."
Hey, for somebody to say that on bro, he went to no, yo. I kind of wish I was back in his era, bro. Cause I want to see this, bro. Like, he went to them people and told them, "I'm gonna hit a 3 and I'm gonna go home." Simple as that. Simple as that. And watch you hit this 3. Let me just watch.
Tired of this. Unsurprisingly, he lived up to his word. As the ball was still in the air, he turned towards the Phoenix bench and yelled, "Told you so," as the ball was going through the net.
Oh. Oh, Larry Bird is a classic.
Shot against Xavier McDaniel. Xavier McDaniel was one of the most notorious NBA players in the 80s. And on the courts, he liked to get physical, like Olivia Newton-John. When he was playing for the Sonics and the Knicks.
Wait, so it was Shawn Kemp before Shawn Kemp? Bro, I ain't never heard of him before. Hold on.
Nobody was really messing with X-Man. However, Bird was not afraid of a scuffle, and there are multiple stories of Larry participating in bar fights during his NBA career. In a crowded Supersonics arena, Boston and Seattle played a close game tied just 10 seconds before the end. At that point, Celtics coach Casey Jones called a timeout, and Bird confidently told him to just give him the ball and that the others move the hell out of the way. On his way back to the floor, Larry said, "That's exactly where I'll get the ball, and I'll score the game winner in your face," while X-Man replied, "I know you will get it there. I'm waiting for you." Bird received the ball right where he said he would.
On 2 people? Not just in your face, but y'all caught a double team and he still made it, bro? Come on, man.
"I know you will get it there. I'm waiting for you."
You're not waiting for
Bird received
nobody.
the ball right where he said he would and made a tough fadeaway shot. After Bird realized there were still 2 seconds left, he told McDaniel, "Damn, I didn't want to leave 2 seconds on the clock," while X-Man walked back to the Sonics bench in disbelief, tormenting a young Clyde Drexler.
Clyde is young. Clyde is young, bro. Y'all gotta chill on the young people, man. Larry, chill out.
Before Clyde Drexler came into the NBA, he was one of the best players in college basketball, forming the famous Phi Slamma Jamma with Hakeem Olajuwon at the University of Houston. Drexler was selected by the Blazers with the 14th pick in the 1983 NBA draft. And even as a rookie, he was already one of the most athletic guys at his position. However, Bird wasn't impressed. When Drexler subbed in the game against the Celtics, he started guarding Bird. Larry smiled at him and mockingly said, "You can't stop me. You're a rookie. You don't know anything." He would proceed to hit jump shot after jump shot over Drexler before the Blazers coach had mercy on him and subbed him out, while Bird was laughing at Clyde on the way to the bench.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You can't really do too much for Larry Bird. Bro, he's 6'9". Clyde is like, what, 6'6", 6'5"? Maybe? I don't know. Clyde, he was not messing with Larry Bird. Honestly, nobody was messing with Larry Bird. Regardless of how tall he was still scoring, talking his trash, and going about his day. But anyways, man, I really enjoyed the video. If y'all enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Comment what y'all want to see next and subscribe, bro. We on the road to 1K. Let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? These were some good Savage moments. If I'm being honest, like, it surprised me how, like, he just tells people what he's going to do and actually do it, and he's going to make it in your face. Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. It's crazy. But without further ado, we on to the next video. Let's get it.